Two men in police custody following firearm armor seizure in Franklin Town. Two men were taken into police custody after a team of officers assigned to the Kingston Eastern Police Division seized a firearm and 10 rounds of ammunition during an operation on Northumberland Lane in Franklin Town, Kingston 16 on Wednesday. Reports are that about 11 a.m., lawmen were in the area when they saw a man whose actions aroused their suspicion. On seeing the police team, the man reportedly ran into a house. He was pursued by the police and subsequently caught. A search of the house was conducted, where the firearm was found and seized. Another man who was seen in the house was also arrested, the police stated. Both men were taken into police custody. However, their identities are being withheld pending further investigation. Government condemns threat against journalist Giovanni Dennis. The government of Jamaica has strongly condemned the recent threats made against TVJ journalist Giovanni Dennis. Dennis has been receiving threats since his special report highlighting illegal drag racing in Jamaica. These acts of intimidation and threats to use violence following his report on illegal drug racing are reprehensible and are in fact an attack on press freedom and Jamaica's democracy at large, a press release from the Office of the Prime Minister said on Wednesday. Journalists play a crucial role in our society by informing the public, holding officials to account, and contributing to the transparent functioning of our institutions. Any attempt to intimidate or threaten journalists is an affront to these values and must not be tolerated, the release continued. The government noted that the safety and security of all citizens, including members of the press, are of paramount importance to the Andrew Holness-led administration. We are committed to ensuring that journalists can perform their duties without fear of harassment, threats, or violence, it stated. Minister with Responsibility for Information, Senator Dr. Dana Morris Dixon, expressed outrage at the situation. Violence and the threat of violence have no place in Jamaica. The freedom of the press is a cornerstone of our democracy as well as our social and economic development agenda. We stand with Giovanni Dennis and all journalists in condemning attacks on the media. The government will continue to uphold and protect the rights and freedoms of the press, Marcy Dixon stated. The government also urged public to respect the vital role of the media and to support all efforts to maintain a safe and secure environment for all Jamaicans. Earlier, the Press Association of Jamaica stated that widespread threats and abuse against Giovanni Dennis were an attack on press freedom. Former NCB employee ordered to make full restitution as part of sentencing in fraud case. The sentencing of former National Commercial Bank employee Cadine Thomas was stood down after presiding Judge Lorna Williams asked that the accused make a restitution of over US $400,000 before the next trial set date for June 27. According to Williams, the restitution will be part of Thompson's sentencing to be handed down in the St. Anne Parish Court. Attorney Matthew Hyatt, who is representing Thomas, said his client is prepared to make full restitution. I can say that Ms. Thomas has US $100,000 so far of the US $400,000 and will make full restitution in this matter, he noted. In February, Thomas had pleaded guilty for fleecing 3 of the institution's customers of millions while being a wealth advisor. She admitted to 3 counts of larceny as a servant and 31 counts of authoring forged document. Thomas was charged under the Cybercrime Act in 2023. It was revealed in court that during her 2-year tenure managing the company's wealth portfolio, she forged customers' signature on a debit instrument, then debited their account and transferred funds to several accounts including hers. The court heard during Wednesday proceedings that one of the 3 customers who were robbed said she would be locked up and keys thrown away, while the other 2 said they wished to not do so or have anything to do with this case. Matty made submissions of plea mitigations and asked Judge Williams consider a suspended sentence. Custodial sentences are for more serious offenses, but she is not a threat to society or her community. The purpose of that type of imprisonment is to protect the public, but Ms. Thomas has no previous convictions and has not demonstrated a violent nature to then, saying, "We must lock up this individual," Matthew stated. The total amount said to have been stolen by Thomas amounts Jamaican 74.5 million.
We are in a position where we have partial restitution. However, the judge indicated that she wants restitution to be made firstly before sentence can be continued with. We return on June 27. Well, on that day, the judge indicated that sentence will be handed down. I can say that Ms. Thomas has 100,000 US dollars so far out of the 400,000, and we will be making full restitution in this matter. We have asked the court to consider a suspended sentence in this matter, and while some may think that it is a soft sentence, one must be reminded that a suspended sentence is still a form of custodial sentence. And the judge ultimately will look at the circumstances of the case and then decide what sentence is the most appropriate in these circumstances. Whatever decision she makes, I have to respect it. She has not yet made any particular sentence, and so until then, I can't speak to that.
Alleged killer of 3-year-old prepared to represent himself at trial. Devon Williams, who is charged with the murder of 3-year-old Asha Campbell in Page in the parish on May 29, has told the court that he is prepared to represent himself in his trial. Williams, a 33-year-old neighbor of Page, was without legal representation when he appeared in the St. Mary Parish Court on Tuesday to answer to charges of murder and wounding with intent. When the matter was called up by Parish Judge Kelly, asked the investigating officer if Williams had any legal representation. In response, the police officer told the judge that Williams did not have lawyers as yet, but his father was working on it. The judge also asked if there was any family member present in court for the accused, to which the investigating officer replied no. He said he had been trying to reach Williams' father without success. "Your Honor, normally when I call the father and don't get him, he would return the call," said the investigating officer. "I don't mind representing myself," Williams later told the court. When questioned by the judge as to why he would choose to do so, Williams replied that the truth shall set him free. Williams is accused of killing Asher and injuring 6 other people in an unprovoked attack on the afternoon of May 29. His father, Philip Reddux, had claimed that Williams returned to Jamaica recently from the United States, where his mother lives, displaying signs of mental illness. According to his father, his son was fine until he was stabbed in the U.S., and it looked like that is where something went wrong, he stated. The father said while his son was on medication after the incident, he showed no sign of mental disorder. He said when Williams arrived in Jamaica, his mother called to say that his son had forgotten his medication and she would be sending them to him. Up to the time of the attack that left the child dead, the medication had not arrived. In court on Tuesday, the judge queried if Williams had received any psychiatric treatment, to which the investigating officer replied that he was taken to Anatomy Hospital where an evaluation was done. The judge then requested the evaluation report, but the investigating officer said it was at the Islington police station where Williams is being held. Keller then remanded Williams into police custody and ordered that he appear before the court again. She also ordered that his father or any other relative should be present at the court sitting. On hearing the judge's declaration, Williams asked if she will be the one to judge him on Thursday. When the judge answered in the affirmative, Williams told the court that he needed a phone call as he would like to make a contact with the United States Authority as he has another court matter there. "I need to call them so they know I am not to be neglectful to their court deeds," stated Williams. At that time, the judge questioned if Williams is an American citizen. While the investigating officer did not say if Williams had citizenship in America, he told the court that personnel from the American consulate visited him while he was in custody at the police lockup. This prompted the judge to declare that there is a need for a speedy evaluation of Williams so that he can be housed elsewhere. According to the Port Mary Police, between 3:30 and 4 p.m. on May 29, little Asher was walking with family members in Page when he was attacked by Williams, wielding an iron pipe and a knife. As the family members tried to stop the attack, the boy's mother and 5 others were trapped and hit on different parts of their bodies. The injured Asher, 9-year-old sister, who received a wound to her left hand, his mother 45-year-old Miss Walker, who received an injury to her right hand, 58-year-old Philip Brown, who received stab wound to his face and laceration to both hands, 61-year-old Michael Brown, who was hit in the head and with his fingers, and 56-year-old David Chopper John Waugh, who is a newspaper vendor and laborer. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.